Nicky Shen returns from China to San Francisco. She finds her hometown is overrun with crime and corruption. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Kung Fu Episode 1. Now, this is a reboot of the David Carradine's Kung Fu that came out in 1972. It only has 3 seasons, David Carradine's Kung Fu. He plays Kwai Chang Caine, I believe is how you pronounce it. I apologize if it isn't. He trained at a Shaolin monastery from childhood to adulthood. And then something happened and he had to flee China to America. And as the story takes place, he's looking for his brother in the Old West. So he moves from town to town going through the Old West in this, in the original series. It doesn't take place in just one area. Now, to this series, Nikki is in her 20s and her mother sends her to China to find a husband. But Nikki feels that she is so overwhelmed and oppressed by her mother that she runs away and joins an all-female Shaolin monastery and trains for 3 years. And then a tragic event forces her to return home to San Francisco, where she uses her training to protect her community. And along the way, she meets a guy in college who's an ancient Chinese major, and he teaches martial arts as well. So, they end up teaming up to help fight crime and find this missing sword that was stolen from the monastery she was at. I'm gonna say right now, was not a good episode. It was not. I was looking forward to it, and it just was kind of a letdown. This has absolutely nothing to do with the original series other than the name. This literally has a lot of stereotypes in it for Asian people. That's what I felt like. And when she finally comes home, people are literally telling her that she's absolutely amazing and that she looks like she was floating on air when she was fighting in this one scene. And to that, the effects and the martial arts were poorly done. They looked extremely slow. The fight scenes in the monastery were, very slowly choreographed. They moved and looked extremely slow. And they looked clumsy, too. They didn't really look like they were well done at all. You can tell that they were really trying to be, super careful or something. It was really weird looking. But on the other hand, actually, the sets were good. The monastery looked pretty cool. Excuse me. And when they come back to San Francisco, it looked fine. The shops and everything they went to in the China district there was perfectly fine. They looked good. But the acting and dialogue were not really good in this. They literally reference about being white in this at one point, and it was like, why? What is the point to that? And it just again, I was looking forward to the reboot, and it was just very disappointing. You have a main character who literally only trains for 3 years and ends up getting told she's the best as soon as she comes home. Everybody was mad at her for leaving for 3 years and not really talking to anybody. But, if these events didn't happen at the monastery, she would have never went home anyways because she was oppressed there. And that's what she felt like. And so she was rebelling against her parents, and I'm like, there comes a time where you got to grow up and just, be a person and deal with situations, whether you want to or not, and it was just this first episode was very disappointing to me. I would give it a 4 out of 10. I'm going to try to watch the other 2 episodes. I believe the 4th episode comes out tomorrow. But this has been a very hard watch. I have not even been interested in watching since past episode 1, but I will try to get through it. Maybe they'll get better, but I doubt it. The way this opened up, I can't see it getting better. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. And please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Take care for now, everybody.